All right, what's going on, guys? Gdoggcasey here, getting ready for another episode of FM20, playing as Peterborough United Football Club. And as you can see, I've moved quite a bit forward in the season, a little bit more than I expected. But we have a cracking game, as they would say, today. I feel like such a poser when I talk like that. But we have a big game today against Wigan in the Carabao Cup. So I'm sure I'm saying that wrong as well. It could be Carabao. I don't know how to say this word, Carabao. I'll learn eventually once I hear more people say it in real life. But we have a pretty big game against Wigan in the second round. So in order to explain how we got here, let's go back and look at what's happened with our team so far since we last spoke after the first game of the league. So that was back against Fleetwood, where we had our 2-2 draw. Made a bit of a tactical error in putting our right wing back on the left, or right full back on the left side, and I feel like that played a pretty big role in why we allowed a goal that gave up the tie. But since then, it's been all sunshine and rainbows. The very next game against Oxford, we took that 2-1. Ivan Toney scored himself 2 goals. Great game. And then we had this game against Bristol City, which I was thinking about recording, but I figured that we were probably going to lose because they are a league above us and they were the favorites against us. So I was like, well, why would I? If we're going to lose in the first round, then I might as well just skip past it. But we ended up winning. And Ivan Toney scored that goal as well, which came in the 76th minute. And it was a tightly contested battle. It was actually a pretty decent game. And I feel like we were lucky to come out ahead. But hey, it happened. And that definitely made the team very happy, because one of the things here, the club vision, was that we reached a second round minimum. So we've now officially reached that benchmark. And whatever happens here, the board will be happy. And I guess we're going to find out as we play this game what happens and whether or not we're going to move on to the third round. But that's not all that happened. After that game, we had another game that we were expected to lose up against Ipswich, who just recently was relegated. Let's see. I think history, maybe. It said that they just recently had been relegated. Yeah, I think that's here. So last season they came 24th in the Sky Bet Championship, so they're relegated down to Sky Bet League 1. And they're pretty much favorites to re-promote, I believe. Second prediction. So we had a big game against them where we actually came out ahead as well. And this one was at home in front of our own fans, which might have been the difference there. But again, in the 80th minute, Sammy Schmodix gets his first goal of the season, and playing as our main shadow striker there, it was good to see him do that. Then we had a big game against Southend where we took the game 3-2. We actually scored 3 goals first before they scored 2, I believe, and one of them was an own goal, but that one was definitely going to be a goal anyway. I remember it was like a scramble on the line, and if he didn't own goal it, then our guy would have got it. We got our first goals from Idris Kanu and Siriki Dembele, which is very good to see. And then of course, excuse me, in the final game we played against MK Dons, away from home again, we took a 1-0 victory with Mohamed Aiza getting his first goal of the season, and really important game that we won there. This is actually a rivalry. So if we go to club info, we can see we have fierce rivals. Cambridge and Northampton are both local fierce rivals, but MK Dons, we have a competitive rivalry with them. So I guess that just means we've had a lot of close games against each other in the past. I don't really know the history, to be honest, but the media and the press conferences were all over it, and there was a lot of pressure on us to win that game. So very happy that we came up with the win there. And that was another game that probably would have been a pretty good one to show you guys today, just based on, the gravity of it. But based on the timing of my life where I was able to play that game but not record at the moment, I just wasn't able to do it. So I figured Wigan would be a good one to come back to. So we're going to have our game against Wigan in the second round of the Carabao Cup. If we win this, then that's just going to be amazing for our team. It's going to look really good, maybe build our reputation a little bit. I don't really know. And we do have a follow-up game against Sunderland on TV, which is probably pretty important too, but I'm not going to show that. We also have the first round of the leasing.com trophy Cup coming up, where we have, this is our group. I think we're favorites in this group. So Southampton under 23s. I don't think they're like a real under 23 Premier League 2. Like I believe that we're supposed to be able to beat these guys. I could be wrong about that, but I think that we'll probably come out ahead. Colchester is a Sky Bet League 2 team, so we're going to be favorites just based on the fact that we're a league above them. Doesn't mean it's going to be super easy, but we're favorites. And Bristol Rovers are in our league. So where are they right now? Bristol Rovers. They're at 11th right now, so they've lost a couple, but that'll be a closer match. And we might get into that competition as we get further on into it as well. And I'll start picking and choosing games that are worth showing you as we get through the league. But it's a long season. 44 games, as I went over before. A long season, which means that it's going to be difficult for me to pick like exactly which games I want to show you. But, you know, we'll manage, I'm sure. We'll be okay. So a quick overview of the squad. Well, let's look at the tactics here. We're sticking with a similar tactic, although I was thinking a little bit about playing the ball out to the wingers a little bit more. And I was even thinking not even going on the right side, but going on the left side and having Dembele sort of lead the charge. Since he's an inverted winger and he has very good dribbling, pretty good passing, he's just seems to be pretty good player to start the play. So I'm going to give him a chance to see what the play looks like when we play it down the left line here. But our midfield has been pretty good overall. We can see the average ratings here. Lewis Reed has been playing pretty good in the deep lying playmaker position. Brown steps in every once in a while, and he plays pretty good as well. He got a goal. Things have been going pretty good. I mean, I can't complain. The worst game of the season was the first game that we drew. So, I'm pretty happy with the tactic. So far, they're becoming more familiar with it. It's a little intensive for my liking. I didn't even know that popped up when you moused over that, so that's pretty cool. So the creative freedom is the thing they need a little bit more help with. We're going to keep the tempo higher because I like the ability to counterattack as well, given the fact that we have a really fast team in comparison to the league. So things have been going good. As far as staff goes, everything's okay there. We're full up on scouts. We got a new technical director that's going to help maintain our staff as well. So that's been going well. Some of the teammates are a little bit unhappy with training. Josh Knight, Niall Mason, and one other, Idris Canoe, thinks we should be doing more quickness training. Okay, well, maybe we'll see what we can do about that, but basically it's been, I don't know, I think it's been okay. A lot of good results coming out of training. As far as medical center goes, injuries, Jack Taylor and Andrew Taylor. Anyone whose last name is Taylor is in trouble on this team. Andrew Taylor was our big signing at left back. He got a concussion, which is not good. It's lowered his ratings a little bit maybe, and he's just now getting over it, but he's not match fit at all, so he's not going to be playing in this game. Jack Taylor is a much younger player, and someone I was a little more upset to see have a pretty intense hernia injury for several weeks, so that one hurts me a little bit. Hopefully he'll be able to fight through that, but that could, potentially be an issue with him. If we go to injuries, it's his first major injury, so hopefully he'll be able to get out of that. But yeah, based on that, the only other thing worth noting on is that the transfer window is going to close soon. By the way, I found out how to get to the transfer window right here. We have 6 days left before the transfer window closes. I don't think we have anybody we're going to sell. We're not selling Dembele. We're not selling Burrows. They are wanted by other teams, but both players are very important to our organization. We have no more finances to really go out and buy anyone. Like, we can buy a player, but we could barely afford to pay him. So I'm holding on to this payroll just in case something happens. We might need it for the next transfer window if we decide to sell somebody or whatever. One other thing I noticed too is that the club is very disappointed with the finances involved in the Joe Ward deal. So I probably got majorly ripped off on that one. It says his value is $350K and I sold him for like $90K. So I feel I probably did get ripped off pretty heavily there. So they have a right to be mad. But overall, we got a B after 5 games in the league and 1 Carabao Cup game. So let's get done with the talking and let's get on with the playing here. We are we're not the favorites. No, Wigan is the favorites. Even though they're coming off a 3-game losing streak. So if there's ever going to be a chance, it's going to be now. We are away from home, though. I believe. Yeah, we're away from home, so that's going to make it difficult. But we got our team. We're going to do quick pick and see what they want. I think they put Thompson in, which is probably a good idea. He is our starter. Tasimir has been playing well off the bench. Bennett has been playing well off the bench. A lot of our bench players have been playing pretty well, how we've been using them. The only big mistake was from Niall Mason in that first game. So let's go ahead and submit the team. And hopefully we can get a good result here. There's not really much pressure other than the fact that I'm recording and I want to have a good shot at them. So what are we going to do here? Okay, no, that didn't work. That's all right. Let's go ahead and kick off. I might have to adjust the sounds. There we go. All right, we are the boys in white. And we are already starting an attack here, but the defense is there. And we're going to carry on here with a throw-in. Finds Reed. Back to Thompson, who likes to chip in. And we'll get a corner. Oh, a free kick. Okay, he was offside. Now we're defending a corner kick. I don't really know what to say about that. It actually looked like one of my own players hit it over the net, but didn't happen. Our assistant coach always wants us to go with short passing plays, but I want to leave the instructions open to go for those longer passing plays to take advantage of our pace. All right, let's see if we can get creative here. Okay, again, remember, we're expected to lose. Wigan is a league above us here, so even being 0-0 after 30 minutes is pretty good for us. Smodix finds Kanu on the right side. Gets it up to Tony, who was onside. Oh! That whole thing was like why didn't he shoot it? He went for the pass to Dembele, who heads it over the net. But that's a good chance for us. And we'll take it, I guess. Possession, we've been winning. 55% so far. Trying to get the ball back here. Not a great play from Wigan. Boyd gets the ball back over to Dembele. Gives it away. Massey on the right. Stretching his legs a little bit. Going for that run. Getting boxed in by 3 defenders. Finally gets the ball away to Gerhardt. But Beavers wins that header. On to Knight. And things are going to calm down here. Or are we going to go on that counterattack I keep talking about? Schmodix doesn't quite have the speed it looks like. He's going to settle things down. Back to Reed, who goes for the long pass. Tony gets it. And just misses the outside post. A valiant attempt from Tony, though. And I like the idea of going for the far post there. He just barely missed it. But that's okay. So far, things are really looking up for us as Canoe trying to get some offense going, but going to give the ball away. It looks like Wigan is going to go on the counterattack here. We're going to slow them up here, and they're going to try to settle in for some offensive playmaking. Williams gets the ball back onto Morrissey. We're double teaming Morrissey here. Robinson on the left side. That is a blunder by Thompson, but he manages to get back, and the header goes over the net. But Thompson gave him a little bit too much space and got beat on the outside. Luckily, it doesn't turn into too much, and now we have the corner kick to end up the half here. Anything could happen on these corners. Beavers. Dembele. Out to Reed. He has space. He scores! Oh my god, Lewis Reed. His first goal of the season. Assisted by Dembele. He manages to put it past the keeper in the outside post again. This time on the left side. And I don't know. He had all this space down here. And the goalie just flubs it, man. The ball literally went through the goalie. So I guess that indicates like a very poor play by the goalie. And a very good finish to the first half here. We have a 1-0 lead over Wigan. We're going to tell them that we're ecstatic, passionate, very pleased. Everyone's happy, confident. A couple people are pretty tired. We're going to make them go a little bit further. And that's actually one thing I've noticed that's very different in the... I almost said the Premier League. I'm not even in the Premier League, but in this league compared to the Swedish league that we were doing before, there are so many more games. Like almost every week we have 2 games per week, which puts a lot of stress on the players' conditioning. You can see like a lot of them started off already not 100%. So it really forces us to cycle through our players a lot more, which is good because we get to know a lot of our players, and it means that having good depth is incredibly important. But here we go, actually kicking off the half with a 1-0 lead. We're going to keep up our tactic as it is. We're going to shout at them to get creative again. Okay, not great. Probably not a good idea. I should have let them play for a little bit. But we do have the corner kick. Butler. Dembele. Oh, he had a chance there. Right at the goalie, but nice chance nonetheless. And now we're on the defensive for this free kick. They have all these players offside. Okay, he's got some space. Massey kicks it past the goal. Poor finish by him. And we're getting close to sub time here. Let's go ahead and get it out there right now. Josh Knight just got a yellow card, but he's still pretty fit. Beavers is tired. Canoe is tired. Beavers is also not playing great, so he's going to come off. We're going to put in Frankie Kent. Frankie Kent has been... Oh, or do we want Bennett? Okay, no. Bennett is who it's going to be. Bennett is a regular starter, so he needs to get time out here pretty often. And then Canoe is a little bit tired. We can bring in Isa. Yeah, we're going to bring in Isa. Get some fresh legs out here. And we'll confirm that. We'll wait for those to go through, and we'll just check the tactic real quick. I want to make sure that I'm not screwing anybody. Isa over here. He's fine as a support winger. And Bennett is fine playing central defender. Okay, great. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Let's go. New players on the field here. Looks like we're recovering. Get the ball out to Isa. Fresh legs. Taking it inside. Gets it up to Tony. Oh, Tony just misses the net. Tony needs to do a little bit better. Placing his shots. Okay, we got an injury here. A bruised ankle. We're definitely going to want Thompson out. We don't... Yeah, he's at 52 now. He's got to come out. Niall Mason is going in on the right side this time. All right, guys? He's a right fullback. So, he's in the right spot. There's no excuse for him to give up the game here. Hopefully that's not a severe ankle injury, by the way. We're on the offensive here. 22 minutes left in the game. Schmodix has space, gets a shot. Boyd also gets a shot. We still have the ball here. Isa now. Wow, good defense from Wigan. And that's a disgusting foul. Kicks him right in the shin. Gets a yellow card. Nothing comes of the free kick. We're going to demand more. Oh, we're not going to match stats. We're going to demand more. It's, you know, we have a chance to close out this game. We need to. All right, Pierce. Okay, good goaltending by Pim. Hopefully the demand more will kick in. Looks like they're going to get the ball out to Isa again. Mason, Reed, Isa. Hold on, pause. Tactics. Focus play down the left, right? So Isa is on the right side. I don't know why they keep going to him over there. Boyd gets it on to Bennett. Maybe now they're going to try to find Dembele. There he is on the left. Moves up with his speed, his dribbling. Gets past Sterling. Oh my god. He is so good. That play doesn't amount to anything. But still, it was nice to see him getting past his defender. He's going to keep the ball in, but actually give it to Sterling now. We're going to have to back up. We have 15 minutes left in this game. Still haven't had our demand more kick in. That was a brilliant ball to Sterling. He has room. And that's going to be a corner kick for Wigan. The pressure is mounting here. Good defense. Another corner kick. Oh my god, that was very bad of us to let that ball fall like that, but we got really lucky there. We really did. Okay, we win this. Tony, he has players ahead of him. Looks like he's going to run it up himself and give the ball away. At least he gets back on the counter press, which I like. Come on, Bennett. Good job. Off the bench, doing good. Reed has had a great game, scoring his first goal. Isa, fresh legs. He's going to cross. That's a penalty. Yes! He's done it! We have a 2-0 lead against Wigan. And once again, the crowd is going wild, but this is like Wigan's crowd that is going wild. Incredible. Incredible goal. 2-0 against Wigan. Praise, boys. Praise. You guys are playing so good. Bit of an awkward tackle from that player. Boyd gets it up to Isa. Isa wins the header. Tony's got the ball in the box. Gets it up to Mason. Reed. Mason. Reed again. Boyd is in the middle. Tries to take a shot. Nothing doing there. We are in added time. All we have to do is not give up 2 goals, and we will be in an incredibly good position. There we go. Finally getting it up the left side here. Butler just runs with it. Just run with it, bro. Throws it back to Mason. Lots of space out here for Isa. Back to Mason. Reed, Mason. Reed. They're kind of just wasting time. Actually, it's a little late now, but at this point I probably would lower the tempo and increase the wasting time, but we don't need it. We win the game 2-0 against Wigan. Everyone is going to be incredibly happy with that, except for Wigan. I must admit that I personally had this one down as going to penalty kicks. Still, I've been proved wrong. In Peterborough, I've come away with a result that they will be delighted with. And we are delighted. We're going to tell this team passionately, very pleased. Very, very pleased. Everyone did great, except for you, Chapman. And obviously Brown, Kent, and Tazdemir as well. Oh, what a game. I did not expect that we would come out of that with a 2-0 win. Peterborough advanced to the 3rd round after a 2-0 win over Wigan. The Sky Bet League 1 team are only viewed as rank outsiders for the competition, but advance to the next round has exceeded many people's expectations. Great job. Absolutely great job. Injured. Thompson, only a bruised ankle. 2 to 3 days. He'll be back and ready to go. Reed, we're praising his performance. This guy played superbly. 9.0 rating. 7 key passes. 1 goal. Even Mo's moaning over it. And we'll do the press conference. Let's go. The fairy tale continues. You must be delighted to progress further in the competition. Yeah, it's a brilliant feeling. Everyone has worked so hard, and they're getting the rewards right now. You must be happy with that win. Is there a way to say no? The game is over. I don't want to discuss it. Yeah, very happy. We did everything we set out to do and proved to be by far the better team. What sort of impact do you think getting a goal just before halftime had? That was actually great. It's a great time to set the score because it forces the opposition to completely alter their plans for the second half at very short notice. After today's fine performance, we'll be looking to tie Josh Knight to the club on a more permanent basis. So Josh Knight is 21 years old. He's worth $950K. His salary is $187 until 2020. That'll be next season. He's a central defender. He's been playing well, but I think he's going to be too expensive for us. He's the one that's in on loan, and he has been playing well. We'd like to keep him, but it's easier said than done. There's been a large swell of support from the fans for your attacking intent. Is that something we can continue to expect of you? I've made a commitment to play soccer the right way, and we're going to attack as often as possible. Hell yes. Yes, Mo. I know. We won that game. Can you believe it? So that's going to do it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm definitely excited with that result. And looking at the schedule going forward, I don't know. I don't know these teams very well, right? So it's hard for me to say, when will the next game be? The next game in the Carabao Cup is unknown. We could come back for that one. It kind of depends. if we look actually at the Carabao Cup, we'll see some of the other teams that are here in the second round. Is there an easier way to look at this? Something like that, I guess. We have Premier League teams in here. We have Leicester. We have Newcastle. We have Sheffield United. We have Norwich, who's probably, if we go against a Premier League team, that's who we want to play. We got a lot of them. Southampton, Crystal Palace, Bournemouth, West Ham. Burnley lost to Barnsley. So we could draw a Premier League team. And if we do, that's going to be difficult. Everton, Brighton, Watford. So there's a lot of teams that we could draw. If we get a Premier League team, I might show it, but it'll be kind of disappointing, you know? So I don't know. I mean, I think you guys can tell. I'm not really sure which game I'm going to show, but whatever one it is, it'll be a good one, hopefully. I also want to apologize. I noticed as I was commentating over that game that my mic levels were peaking a little bit. I was getting a little loud. I apologize for that. I like to get hyped up. It's fun for me, and it's not necessarily like fake hype, but it's, you know, I'm putting on a presentation, so I'm getting hyped, and it's just happening. But if it was a little loud, I'll adjust my mic settings in the future. It definitely peaked a few times, so that's my bad. Hopefully you guys' ears are okay. And we will see you in the next episode. Keep cheering for Peterborough United because we are making a run. Again, I don't even think I mentioned, we're in second place right now, tied with Doncaster. So maybe if Doncaster is on the cards here, right around the Carabao Cup. So that'll be something that we'll be looking at. Anyway, guys, thanks again so much for watching, and we will see you next time.